The Huskies are basketball's top dogs. Yes, UConn. Yes, UConn, you finally did it. Finally reached the Final Four. And then in one remarkable and memorable weekend, finally won it all. The first national championship in team history. Yes, UConn, it was an unforgettable 3 weeks. 3 weeks when everyone wondered if anyone had what it took to beat Duke. Well, as it turned out, the answer was yes, UConn. And because you did, you are the national champs. But for many teams, a berth in the field of 64 was reward enough. The payoff for weeks and months of grit and determination. And a little high-flying excitement added to the mix.
Nice.
'Road to the Final Four starts here.
Let's go, man.
The 99 tournament showcased the top talent in the country, once again providing the kind of fast-paced action we've come to expect from the greatest 19 days in sports.
Bring down the rain. Cover your head, baby. Cover your head.
4 seconds, shot blocked. There's a Subiac. Miami's going on. It's Wally's world, and welcome to it.
We might be in second heaven.
And here we go in the first round.
Oh, no.
He's done it before. Not this time. The putback. It's over. The Sooners have won in the NCAAs for the first time in 9 years. And the Bulldogs of Gonzaga will make history. This will be their first NCAA tournament win.
Detroit makes it 11 straight years that a number 12 seed has won.
Yeah, we going, baby.
The man they call the show is putting on a show tonight.
Through traffic. Weaving inside to the right. Oh, what a play by Arsenault. Spectacular play. But he'll pull up for three. He's unconscious. This kid is terrific. Weber State has put off the biggest upset in the first day of the NCAA tournament.
Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Heavyweights of college basketball, rich in tradition.
Bochy, the freshman over Padgett. Rattles one home. Boy, I'll tell you what. Backstops Padgett. He'll take the three to tie it. Oh, boy.
This feels like a Final Four right here, doesn't it?
Padgett again.
Got Padgett taken over. It's only fitting. It should end in the hands of Scott Padgett. He will carry it home with him. A day and a game to remember.
Gonzaga, a team that was confident coming in. They thought they belonged last year. They're here this year. They're making some noise.
And for little Gonzaga University, dreams do come true. Spot up, take the three. Got it! Got it! Would you ever have believed a 30-point victory? The slipper still fits. Sampson and his upstart underdog 13 seed is on its way to the round of 16.
Two seconds on the clock, and he does it again. Wally Serbiak and the Miami University Redhawks. You bet, Wally.
Here we go. Put your seatbelts on.
Hey! Showtime.
And they explode to the other end with numbers.
A trifecta.
The storybook first year for Mike Jarvis as head coach at St. John's continues.
And that'll do it. The Yukon Huskies have defeated the Hawkeyes from Iowa. The final game for Dr. Tom Davis after 13 years.
Midnight is about to strike for the great story Auburn. More wins than in any other season in school history at 29, but 29 is all they'll get this year.
Oh yeah, give me some respect. Shot clock turned off. Calvary. Hall, 8 to shoot. Hall, the runner! Loose ball! It's good! With 4.4 to go! Shannon!
Don't want to foul.
Shannon from the corner! And it's over! Gonzaga! The slipper still fits! They win it! 73-72!
Wild shot.
Spaghetti!
And so 4 teams made travel plans to the Sunshine State, hoping to catch a wave to the national championship. With the regular season record of 23-8, the Ohio State Buckeyes were one of the true success stories in college basketball. Just a year after finishing last in the Big Ten, the '99 Buckeyes received an at-large bid and were seated 4th in the South region. Coach Jim O'Brien, in only his 2nd season at Ohio State, guided the Buckeyes past Murray State in the first round and dominated Detroit to advance to the Sweet 16.
Just gorgeous. And 3. Oh my goodness.
In the regional semifinals, OSU raced past Auburn, the #1 seed, and then held off a furious comeback by St. John's to win by 3.
Blocked again by Johnson. 6 blocks. Singleton, acrobatic score.
For the first time since 1968, Ohio State was back in the Final Four. Returning to the Final Four for the first time in 20 years, Michigan State won the Big Ten championship and was named the #1 seed in the Midwest. Coach Tom Izzo guided the Spartans to 29 regular season wins, including 18 in a row, to finish the year 2nd in the national rankings. Michigan State opened the tournament with a convincing win over Mount St. Mary's and continued with a victory over Mississippi. The regional semifinals featured a memorable game against Oklahoma.
The coaster, and he can do that as well as anybody in college basketball.
Davis up ahead to Peterson, dunk time.
The Spartans then claimed their spot in St. Pete with an exciting win over Kentucky, the defending national champions.
That's a 2. Ranger's still perfect. Up ahead, there's the quarterback-to-quarterback combo, and Michigan State back in front. The magic is back at Michigan State. The Spartans are going to the Final Four.
Out of the East rose Duke, making its 5th Final Four appearance of the 90s. The Blue Devils stormed into the tournament with 32 regular season wins and began the road to St. Petersburg with 2 dominating victories. First, Florida A&M, and then Tulsa.
Here we go, uptown.
In the regional semifinals, Duke eased past determined Southwest Missouri State and then earned its trip to Florida with a convincing triumph over Temple.
3 ball in the corner pocket. Oh, it's ran quick once he catches the ball. Bang, 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 bang. You know what? Duke is wicked good. They are wicked good.
In reaching his 8th Final Four, Coach Mike Krzyzewski and his Blue Devils beat their 4 tournament opponents by the incredible average of 30 points per game and established themselves as the team to beat at the Final Four. After winning 28 times in the regular season, the Connecticut Huskies went out west as the #1 seed and pounded Texas San Antonio in the first round.
This is a team, UConn, that is on a mission to get to the Final Four.
UConn then got off to an amazing start against New Mexico in the second round.
To get on the scoreboard. 15-0 UConn. It's 17-0 UConn.
The Huskies' eventual 22-point win put them in the regional semifinals against Iowa, where the Hawkeyes played tough until Khalid El Amin and Richard Hamilton led a late rally to put the game away.
The other way with numbers, lobs it, Freeman. Here he is, down the lane.
Oh, what a pass!
Look at it. Trying to take more off the dribble. Stop and start, stripped away by El Amin. Into the front court, Freeman. 2-hand jam.
Take that!
With its 78-68 win, UConn's last obstacle was Gonzaga, the region's 10th seed. But with El Amin struggling to find his game, the Huskies couldn't put the game away. Amazingly, Khalid didn't make a single basket the entire afternoon.
El Amin for 3. He's got to get his offense going.
So it was up to the rest of the Huskies to pick up the slack. Of Gonzaga, UConn coach Jim Calhoun would later say they may not have a national name, but they sure have a national game. Enough of a national game to give UConn fits until the Huskies came through with several clutch baskets down the stretch to win a close game 67-62 and give Calhoun his first trip to the Final Four.
Hamilton, he's been the go-to guy. Hamilton, short, Freeman. Saunders! Yes! Knocked away, Freeman, and that will do it! The Connecticut Huskies are heading to the Final Four. Finally!
You the one to make this happen. You let the coach go out and shine. You just want to thank you for this blessing us the whole year. Amen.
On Friday in St. Petersburg, the 4 regional champs held practice and made final preparations for the weekend showdown. Their common goal, the national championship. St. Petersburg, Florida, and its Tropicana Dome would play host to the 1999 NCAA Basketball Championship, the first Final Four in state history, although the fans sure seemed like tournament veterans.
Final Four all the way! Duke's going down, you enter here first! Big Ten Final!
Go right through for MSU. UConn! Yeah!
The first semifinal featured Connecticut and Ohio State.
Oh, that's what Florida's for! Showtime! 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 Open up shop! Showtime!
and Ohio State in the game that'll decide which of these two teams play for the national championship.
It's the emotion in the building here. You can clearly feel it. I can feel it, and I wonder how the players are going to react to it.
No, I'm going to feel a lot of emotion, a lot of energy, and hopefully we'll just be ready to play and ready to win.
Everybody get excited. Get some energy, baby. That's what we need.
That could be a key to the game today. Which players handle the nerves better?
I'm hoping that we're all going to be able to keep the lid on all of the emotions. It's going to be hard to ignore the surroundings. Everybody knows what's at stake and what we're up against.
The Huskies, their first ever trip to the Final Four.
Now that I'm here, it's kind of like a relief. You really never know how hard it is to get here, but once you're here, you say, okay, I'm here. The run don't stop here.
Honestly, I'm going to feel great, I'm sure, for about 5 seconds, and the rest it's going to be, let's try to beat Ohio State.
We want to be the team, with a smile on our face when it's all said and done, know what.
Final Four is underway.
Off the opening tap, UConn's Kevin Freeman would go inside to open the scoring.
Freeman steps in, lays it in for the first two.
And takes it right at Johnson, the shot blocker.
But Ken Johnson would contribute on the offensive end, scoring the first 4 Buckeye points. That was matched by Khalid El Amin, who scored 4 of the Huskies' first 7. And when Ricky Moore hit a 17-foot jumper 5 minutes in,
puts up the fadeaway and hits.
And Richard Hamilton quickly added another, the early UConn lead reached 5. A big reason for UConn's early success was Ricky Moore's tenacious defense on Scooney Penn, who responded by trying to force the play with little success.
What a grab by El Amin.
Nice anticipation.
Jones to the basket for 2 more.
UConn exerting a lot of pressure on Scooney Penn.
Ricky did a great job on Scooney Penn, and we just helped him out on the team defense, and it was definitely a great effort.
I saw in his eyes a couple of times when I frustrated him, making him shoot those tough shots and really making him work in order to get the ball.
By now, Jim O'Brien was left to wonder where he would find some offense. But his Buckeyes soon responded and got right back into the game.
Wild layup, bad shot, no good, rebound Reese.
Buckeyes running. Red with Hamilton, Manningham. Underneath, Reese for 2. They come right out of the break with 6 unanswered to take the lead.
Equal to the task, El Amin scored 2 of his 10 first-half points as UConn regained the lead. Then Penn finally got on track.
Scooney Penn for Ohio State, still yet to take a shot. Out to Penn, his first attempt, and he nails it.
Knock it down, Scooney Penn.
Who has his first 3, 2018 Ohio State.
With the lead changing hands, Calhoun looked to his 2 top scorers, Khalid El Amin and Richard Hamilton. And it was Hamilton who would start a Husky run with his first 3 of the half.
Right to Hamilton, long 3. Good. And for Richard Hamilton, he moves past Tony Hansen in the all-time scoring list.
With UConn up by 1, what happened was certainly the play of the game. Maybe even the play of the tournament, as El Amin had some fun in the sun.
El Amin takes the middle to Freeman and 1. What a pass!
I just took the ball behind my back to Kevin.
A terrific pass by Khalid El Amin to Freeman, baseline left, who jammed it home as he was fouled.
You can look for that on the highlights of every television sportscast in the nation tonight.
And I said, oh my goodness.
Khalid El Amin on center stage and has everything going thus far.
It takes a little bit of fortitude, I guess would be a good word.
I was definitely pumped up. It was a big play and a big time of the game.
Inspired by El Amin's acrobatics, Hamilton's jumper then capped off an 8-point UConn outburst.
And he's warming up.
UConn leads it 26-20. That's their biggest lead of the game. An 8-0 run.
Struggling to keep Ohio State close, Scooney Penn hit his second 3-pointer of the half to shave the UConn lead to 3. But UConn was relentless and soon raced out to its largest lead of the game.
El Amin, and UConn's knocked down its last 5 shots. Saunders snatches it away, 3-on-2. Hamilton pull up. 6 straight made baskets by the Huskies. The 7-point deficit, the largest of the tournament for Ohio State, and it could increase. El-Amin, Savovich is back, trying to turn around. Follow up for 2 more by Hamilton.
It seems that the Buckeyes are actually tired. UConn is just beating them back down the floor.
Just when it looked like the Huskies would blow right past Ohio State,
Come on, Max! Let's go!
the Buckeyes toughened their defense and got back in the game. During a brilliantly played 5-minute stretch, Ohio State outscored UConn 10-0 and regained the lead.
Underneath, Brown for 2 more. Oh, wow.
Kellen El-Amin drives to the right baseline, and Brown picks his pocket. Up corner to go to Singleton. Goes to the hoop, all alone, and dunks it down.
Buckeyes on a run of their own.
Sent now at the free throw line where Kevin Freeman handles. Dribble shot blocked and taken away by Penn from behind. Penn breaks down the floor right side to the hoop. Now passes low on the left, and Red lays it in.
Ohio State's back up on top. 33-32.
Pretty good solid comeback by Ohio State here when they really were threatening to blow them out.
By now, the Huskies knew they were in a dogfight and finally ended their scoring slump when Hamilton scored his 15th point of the half.
And strong move to the hoop, and Richard Hamilton goes to 2,000 points in his career.
Even though UConn had regained the lead, momentum was on Ohio State's side when the half came to a close.
More back to Saunders. Swatted out by Johnson.
Well, Ken said, don't bring it in here. This is my territory.
Well, it had been 32-23 UConn, but Ohio State closes the half with a 12-4 run.
Leaving the court, Jim Calhoun knew his team needed to lower the Buckeyes' 50% first half shooting.
I think that's the one thing Coach emphasized. You know, as long as we play great on defense, you know, our offense will come.
Coach came in and he told us, you know, you're going to have to step it up defensively. We let them get a lot of open looks and a lot of easy layups. And, you know, once we came out in the second half, we regrouped and came out ready to play.
Led by Jake Boskel and Khalid El-Amin, UConn jumped out quickly in the half's first 2 minutes.
Chased down by Boskel. Ahead it goes to El-Amin. He bounces to Boskel, who dunks.
And when Hamilton finished off UConn's 9-2 run, the Huskies again moved up by 8.
That's just an All-American making something out of nothing.
Down but not out, Ohio State closed to within 4 on 2 of Michael Redd's team-high 15 points.
Stops, shoots it from 5 and drills it. 45-41, Connecticut's lead. The Buckeyes try to come back.
But challenged once again, UConn reeled off 6 unanswered points.
47-41, Huskies leading. 12.5 left in the game. Moore speeds to the free throw line. Steps out right point, top of the key. Saunders launches a shot from the line. Got it.
UConn's getting some contribution for some other players on the floor.
The last 2 of the spectacular variety.
They're aside for him. Heads right. Moore cuts him off. Spins. Has to force it up. No good. Rebound tipped by Saunders. And Moore comes up with it. Leaves ahead to El-Amin. 3-on-1. Alley-oop for Jones, who catches and lays it in from the left. A spectacular hoop for Rochevelle Jones.
It all started with Ricky Moore's defense on Scooty Penn. He just won't let him penetrate.
To hold him and limit what his impact upon the game was magnificent by Ricky Moore and our entire team.
And Jimmy O'Brien's going to use his final 22nd timeout. UConn, its first double-digit lead of the night.
With time now becoming a factor, O'Brien sensed the urgency of the moment. And once again, his team responded.
Back to Hamilton, head of the key. Left corner throws to Jones, drives, pulls, bounces in a lane, taken away by Ohio State. Red leads the break down the right side of the floor. Goes to the hoop low on the right. Scoop shot blocked. Goaltending called. The Buckeyes trail 51-45.
But first, Hamilton had the answer.
Bosco pick, penetrates left, drives and lays it in. He went around Johnson like he was standing still.
And then El-Amin, who scored on another driving layup to give Connecticut a comfortable lead.
El-Amin with 16. The Connecticut lead is 9. The Husky fans urging their team on.
5:49 left in the dream turnaround season for Ohio State.
But the Buckeyes refused to let their dream season end and went off on one final run.
Getting in the lane and coming across the lane with the soft sky hook.
5 on the shot clock. El-Amin with the defender slipping. He'll take it to the hole, and it's behind. Up ahead to Red. Moore defending. Red. Moore game is down to 3. Buckeyes will not go away.
and neither would El Amin, who lifted the Huskies once more with the last of his 18 points. Nor would Hamilton, who beat the shot clock and iced the game with the last of his team-high 24.
Hamilton moves left, puts it up, and in! With the shot clock running down from the right side of the lane. 61-55 UConn, a minute 35 to go.
I think that was the difference. Now they've got to make 2 to 3 possessions, and I think the game in essence was least, not safely, but least on our hands.
It was a big-time play. It was a big-time play because, they was really making a run. If we got a basket, on that play, it would probably take a lot of momentum away from them.
Penn puts up the shot, and the game is over. You can book it. UConn continues on to the Monday night final.
The Huskies, a team that everyone expected to get to the Final Four, have now gotten to the pinnacle, the national championship game of the NCAA tournament.
The second semifinal saw Duke face Michigan State. As the two teams took the court, Duke's strategy was clear: utilize the many talents of its All-America center, Elton Brand.
I think we just need to continue to do the things we've done to make ourselves so successful, especially get either ball down low. He's player of the year, and I think he's been the most dominant player in college basketball, and we'd be stupid not to get him going.
One thing we want to do is keep him as far away from the basket as we can. If he gets anything inside the key, something you can just hang it up.
For Michigan State, an air of confidence would be the weapon needed to combat Duke's intimidating presence.
And I remember as a kid, like 13 or 14, my first pair of shorts, was some Duke shorts.
We're the program that's trying to get where those programs are, to be honest with you. And I don't think we'll be as intimidated. Nervous, yes. Intimidated, I don't think so. But you never know until that ball is thrown up.
And from the moment the ball was tossed up, Duke made good on its intentions, going inside to Brand, who scored 8 of the Blue Devils' first 15 points.
I don't think there's any way Hudson can stay with Brand down inside.
Elton Brand playing like a man possessed.
He wants it out real big!
Man, is he strong, mobile, and strong. They have got to find a way to deny Elton Brand, or it's going to be a long day.
Brand was also monopolizing the boards. Wow. On his way to 13 first-half rebounds. And his defense was smothering as well.
What else do you want him to do? He may sell popcorn and drinks at halftime. I don't know.
To Mateen Cleaves at Michigan State, the rest of the Blue Devils were just as ferocious, stifling the Spartan attack, holding Michigan State to only 29% shooting in a dominating first half.
We talk about Michigan State's toughness. Right now, Duke is out toughing them.
Duke's defensive pressure was also creating easy offensive opportunities, allowing the Devils to steadily build a double-digit lead, highlighted by 2 of Corey Maggetti's 9 first-half points.
Ball picked up by Langdon, loops it ahead for Maggetti. Showtime!
Woo! Uh-oh, Maggetti-o.
Halftime here at Tropicana Field. The Blue Devils showing why they are the dominant team in college basketball.
20 more, let's go.
Just 20 minutes separated the Blue Devils from a date with UConn, if they could duplicate their first-half success.
Like in the first half, we win this game on defense and on the boards. Let's do this. Second half, let's go. 1, 2, 3, win!
William Avery opened the second half with 4 quick points, putting Michigan State into an even deeper hole.
And Michigan State now with its biggest deficit of the tournament, down 14.
But the Spartans would respond. Led by some Mateen Cleaves magic, State forced itself back in the game.
Allowing Mateen Cleaves to dribble the length of the floor.
And look at them back into the game and within 6.
Michigan State hanging in there.
Cleaves open 3. He is rising to this moment.
LSU! LSU! LSU!
To the corner. Kelly likes it from here, but misses again. That's 2 times. Look at traffic. He gets it back and bangs it home.
Over a lightning-quick 5-minute stretch, Michigan State had outscored Duke by 9 to pull within 3. And Duke's troubles were about to mount when the heart and soul of its attack became uncharacteristically careless.
Rebound of the second half. Where's he going? He better pass. Got Carroll out, and he's got a charge. That's his fourth. That was a bad play by Elton Grant.
We were really nervous when Elton went to the bench. It was then, though, that some of our kids stepped up with just big-time plays, Langdon and Avery in particular.
Up by just 3 with 8 minutes left, senior Trajan Langdon helped keep Duke ahead.
Langdon dribble jumper 3. Yes! Big 3, Trajan Langdon.
It arguably was the biggest shot of the game. It was at a point where if we don't get a score, I may have to bring Elton in then. And it was all on Langdon. I mean, it wasn't a play. He just faked, came back, and even though he hadn't shot well the entire evening, it was down. Then they came back again, and then William, I think, read Cleves very well and sticks a 3. Now he uses the jump shot to set up his drive.
6:20 to play in the ball game. 57-50. Avery controlling the basketball, takes Cleves down inside. The leaner is up, rolls over the rim and into the net.
Well, with Brand on the bench for almost 5 minutes, the lead has actually increased by 1 from 8 to 9.
From then on, Michigan State would get no closer than 6, and much to the delight of its fans, Duke had advanced to the championship final.
The Blue Devils are going to play the Connecticut Huskies Monday night for the national championship.
And so it was down to the final pairing, Duke and Connecticut. The final game would feature 2 champions in an epic battle. 2 teams that sat atop the polls for the entire season and combined for 70 wins versus only 3 losses.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've been dreaming about this ever since I was a little boy, so I'm trying to go out there and make the most of it.
We know that these are the last 40 minutes of the season, so we have to come out, and give it all we got. We want to play in the national championship, and now the moment's here. We got to seize the moment and go out and play with all our heart, leave everything out on the court.
Everyone doesn't really remember who was in the championship game as much as you remember who won it, so we really have to hopefully play our best and get this victory.
Everybody's watching. Everybody in America is going to be watching. The one thing I want to do is just come out and have fun, because I feel as though it's an opportunity of a lifetime, and you never know if you're going to get in this position again.
If we win, it'll be the best for me that I've had in my coaching career.
I'm going to have high energy and high intensity, and hopefully we can be the better team over 40 minutes.
One more game, 40 more minutes, and, one of the 2 teams will walk away national champion.
Now you get the chance to see, who's the best. They look like they're the best coming in, and when they throw the ball up, we'll find out who is the best.
Duke and UConn, who would be number 1?
And the 1999 championship game of the NCAA basketball tournament is underway as Duke controls the opening tip-off.
Early on, Duke took control, and as it had done throughout the tournament, raced out to a quick lead.
Farewell sends it off to Langdon, drops it to the baseline on the right side. Avery puts up the jumper, good. And the Blue Devils will take a 2-0 lead right out of the blocks.
Duke's up 4-2.
Over to Battier for 3, yes! Shane Battier puts Duke up by 5 at 7-2.
Just 2.5 minutes into the game, UConn needed to regroup and regain its composure.
They were just playing better than us in the beginning of the game, and we just had to fight back and start settling in and playing our type of basketball.
It's 9-2, Duke, and here come the Huskies.
Down by 7, UConn promptly got back into the game.
Keeps the dribble alive, spins right, gets a step down the lane all the way, lays it up.
Led by Ricky Moore, the Huskies survived Duke's initial burst.
Brand tips on the floor. El Amin gets it ahead to Hamilton. What an effort.
And when El Amin's hustle paid off with Richard Hamilton's second basket of the night, UConn had settled down.
Now Ricky Moore steps in.
Second time he's taken it inside. Both times he's delivered.
So UConn down 9-8 on 4 seconds. The left Hamilton for 3. short. Long rebound. Hamilton gets it, banks it off the glass and in. Good follow by Hamilton. He and Moore have all 10 of UConn's points. It's 11-10 UConn looking for its first lead. Moore veers back to the right, finds Hamilton on the curl. It's a bad pass. Moore gets it back. He drives right, stops, pops, banks and hits.
Ricky Moore has given the lead to the UConn Huskies for the first time at 12-11.
Early on, no one could stay with Moore.
Moore, three-pointer. He's got the feeling, folks, in the championship game.
As he scored 9 of UConn's first 15 points.
I do, whatever needs to be done on this team. If it's scoring, I'll come out and do that.
I thought Ricky was terrific. He just took it upon himself just to score and score and score.
But Moore's early explosion would soon be matched by his former high school teammate, Duke's William Avery. Scoring 9 first-half points, Avery first kept Duke close and then helped give the Devils the lead.
And on the right to Avery for an open three. Good! He has 7. It's 21-18 Duke. Elamine tries to get it inside, stolen by Brand. Huskies' 7th turnover. Here's Avery quickly to the front court, fakes the 3, drives down the lane all the way, bumps into Juan, and the shot rolls in. Avery now with 9. It's 23-18.
And just when Duke threatened to pull away once more, UConn's hopes were dealt a potentially serious blow.
Throws it to Avery. Avery stripped by Elamine, but they call him for a second foul.
Leaving with 9:05 to go in the half, and his team trailing Duke by 2. But he'll have to take that second foul and sit down for a while.
Naturally, you're worried because Khalid's such a tremendous asset to this team.
It's kind of scary, anytime, a guy of Khalid's caliber, he's on the bench.
But it is a team effort.
With Elamine on the bench, Ricky Moore continued his phenomenal play, scoring the next 4 UConn points to give the Huskies the lead.
Tied at 26. Moore back for UConn at the foul line. Drives left baseline. Fadeaway is good. Ricky Moore on fire with 11. Now Bosco back to Moore cuts. He moves to the left. Banks it up and in.
And Ricky Moore is hot as a $2 pistol. He's got 13 points, twice his average.
More and more. It's looking like UConn can stay with the Blue Devils till the very end.
UConn's bench also pitched in, outscoring and outplaying Duke's vaunted subs throughout the game. First, it was Albert Mooring.
First points of the game for Mooring. UConn's bench with 6. Huskies up 32-30.
And then Rashmel Jones, who helped keep UConn ahead.
Floats it up and in. First hoop of the game for Jones. 4 Husky subs have a hoop. And UConn leads at 34-32 with 3:35 to go here in a very good first half.
With just under 2 minutes remaining in the half, UConn was playing its game. And when Richard Hamilton scored his 10th point, the Huskies had their biggest lead. A big reason for UConn's first half success was the play of center Jake Voskuhl, part of a double team that had effectively taken Duke's Elton Brand out of the game, leaving the All-America center frustrated and confused.
Jake did a great job of staying tall and big and really, not giving him any easy shots.
Brand got it on the inbounds pass, could not convert it. Nice job by Voskuhl.
As soon as the pass goes into Elton, that Kevin needs to come over to do a big double.
Double up on Brand again. Reach in. Look at Hamilton this time as they double up effectively again. And Brand has only attempted 1 shot and missed it.
They are playing physical inside, folks.
We had to take a couple things away, and obviously we took away that shot, and obviously the kickout pass to Langdon.
Down on Elton, tries to work his way inside, looking, still working.
Calhoun's strategy worked to perfection, causing 3 Brand turnovers while holding him to only 5 first-half points.
With a little hook. You don't see that often.
Without a meaningful scoring contribution from its inside presence, Duke had to rely on getting its points from the outside. And when they came in a hurry, thanks to senior guard Trajan Langdon.
Trajan in trouble against Moore. He'll take that step-up 3, made it, he's fouled on the play. Oh my goodness, what a shot by Trajan Langdon. Count the 3 and a foul on the play on Ricky Moore.
With Langdon scoring 7 points in the final minute and a half, Duke took a slim lead into the locker room.
That's the end of the first half. Duke 39, Connecticut 37.
For Duke, the second half opened, much like the first half ended, with Langdon on fire.
And Langdon is warming up.
41 apiece. Ada Langdon turns for the three. Bingo! Trojans, fourth three of the ball game, gives him 17 points, and it gives Duke a 3-point lead at 44-41. Crossover dribble, takes the top of the key, reverses back to the left side, jumps it off, Brand slammed up.
And when Duke finally figured out how to get Brand the ball down low, the Devils looked to be in control.
Sends it back to Carawell on the right side, dives into the paint, dishes, Battier, slam dunk.
48-43.
Seeing Duke attack UConn here in the second half, going right at the teeth of the defense, dumping it off for easy baskets.
But the Huskies had an even bigger problem. Less than 4 minutes into the half, Khalid El Amin had committed his third foul and was headed back to the bench.
I was frustrated with him only because I know he's such a great player, and I didn't want us to get to winning time when he's so good, and not have us in position to win. This game is very winnable. We've played at our pace. We've got to be able to get a couple scores here and then a couple stops.
But once again, the Huskies would respond, narrowing Duke's lead in a hurry. Led by Albert Mooring.
On the left is Mooring, 3 for 3. It's off the front rim, no good. Freeman a one-hand rebound, and he sticks it back. Terrific basket by Kevin Freeman.
And Suleiman Wan.
Wan in the blocks. Sewell backs his way in. Pump fakes to the baseline. The turnaround is good.
UConn's bench had risen to the occasion, keeping the Huskies in the game with El Amin in foul trouble.
I hope they can keep it close until I come back.
But now it was Richard Hamilton's time to shoulder the load, and he responded by quickly scoring 6 of his game-high 27 points, on his way to being named the Final Four's most outstanding player.
Front court, one-on-one, takes it right on Langdon, the baseline jumper is good. 15 for Hamilton, UConn up 2.
Rip is the man we look for. He's our horse, and he's the man.
Hamilton goes left to the top of the key, takes it left along the lane, the jumper, good. Hamilton heating up with 17, 55-53 UConn.
Offensively, he took the game over.
He's sensing, Jim, that nobody out there can guard him.
I just took it upon myself that, I had to step up. This is where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in the spotlight, and I just want to take advantage of the opportunity like I did.
Up 2 with 12 minutes to go, UConn had survived its time without El Amin. Now Hamilton and Khalid would start to drive their team toward the finish line.
Bosco. Got it back. And there is Khalid El Amin.
59-55, Connecticut.
Then Hamilton would take his game to another level.
Moore sprints right, takes it into the lane. Left side, Hamilton 3, good. First 3 of the game for Hamilton. He's got 20, and UConn's up 5 with 10:25 to go.
I was on a fast break, went full court, and I outran a couple guys, and I saw him in the corner.
I just spotted up. I think that's what we've been doing all year, and he did a great job of penetrating and giving me the ball, and I just released it.
Being wide open, he doesn't get that many looks during the game, so I knew he was going to knock it down.
Looking at his back as he goes to lining things up, and there was no doubt the moment I saw him naked that he was going to bury it. He seems to have the tremendous ability to make big shots, and that's a sign of a great player.
And for Hamilton, the big shots would keep on coming.
9 minutes remaining. Open as Hamilton, you can't do that.
Richard Hamilton is hot as a pistol.
22 for Rip. 65-59, UConn under 9 to go.
Down 6, in unfamiliar territory, Duke began to mount a comeback.
Hamilton into the paint, shot blocked by Elton Brand, picked off by Avery.
By sheer will alone, Brand brought his team back with plays on both ends of the floor.
Flying for the lay-in. And it's 65-61 with 8:25 to play in the ballgame.
Brand is stepping up now like a heavyweight champion.
While Elton had erased memories of a difficult first half, Hamilton and the Huskies had seemingly hit the wall. UConn's dream of a championship was in jeopardy. None of its shots were falling. and its lead was slipping away.
Runs 4.5 without a field goal.
Meanwhile, Duke's intensity had reached a peak, and when Chris Carrowell hit a runner in the lane, the Blue Devils had come all the way back.
5 minutes remaining. Carrowell wants it. Carrowell ties it. The 13th tie and a timeout. Game deadlocked at 66.
We had called a 20-second timeout just to kind of regroup a little bit.
We knew that we was like 1 or 2 stops away from winning the national championship. And we felt that we really had to dig deep.
He came in, told us what we needed to do, and told us to get back out there and start playing.
With the game on the line, UConn first turned to Khalid El Amin.
You almost feel like Khalid El Amin feels it's his time, even though he's had a rough shooting game.
The game we longed for all season in college basketball to determine the national champion.
6 seconds, 5 seconds. El Amin going around Avery. The runner is up. Good.
Oh, big shot by El Amin.
68-66.
And then to the tournament's most outstanding player, Richard Hamilton.
There are 3 minutes and 39 seconds left in this championship game.
Every possession so critical. Hamilton left open after Brand went for the steal, and a 3 gives him a 5-point lead.
10th field goal for Hamilton. He's got 27. UConn's up 5.
I knew it was going in when it left his hand. He was in rhythm, and we ran the play for him, and I knew that was going down. He really thrives on those type of games, and he just showed why he's the best player in the nation.
I wasn't actually at the three-point line. I think I maybe was at like the three-point NBA range. And I said, you know, if I get an open opportunity, I'm just going to go ahead and shoot, and I shot it, and luckily it went in.
Hamilton's 3 seemingly put the Blue Devils away, but the nation's top-ranked team wasn't done yet.
UConn up 4.
Langdon sends it to Carrowell on the left side. He'll take a 3 off the rim. And on the rebound, Abedier out to Langdon. 3, yes! Trajan Langdon, huge 3, his 5th of the night. 73-72 with 1:35 to play.
With UConn up by 1, El Amin would save his best for last. It was, after all, winning time.
He has a true sense of the moment, and obviously he helps seize the moment for us.
I love playing when it's tight. A national championship, the scene is nothing better for that.
I said, Khalid, you know, it's your time. You know, you're going to make the big shot. I got a feeling that you're going to make the big shot. And he really took it upon himself to believe that.
1:10 to go. 8 on the shot clock. El Amin with Brand defending. Splits the defender. It's a 3-point game.
El Amin's last basket came with just over a minute left. But for Connecticut, the game was far from over.
For William Avery. He sets, puts it up. It's good with 54 seconds left. It's a 1-point game again at 75-74.
12 on the shot clock. El Amin again, spinning, firing short. Carrowell has it. Duke with the basket can take the lead and win the game.
I heard Coach K tell Trajan to go to the ball.
Wow, Trajan Langdon with the ball, and he's going up against a great defender.
I just remember I was just sitting there praying.
Once he tried to take me off the dribble, I just played solid on defense.
I said, please, ball, roll off his foot.
So I kind of played off him a little bit and made him drive.
9 seconds to go. The whole season on the line, and Langdon come home.
Once he went to the spin move, I was right there in his face, and he took a couple extra steps.
After Langdon's miscue, El Amin would have another opportunity to prove his mettle. This time from the line. And once again, Khalid didn't back down.
Khalid El Amin, 0 for 2 from the line tonight.
I just want another opportunity to redeem myself.
I had no doubt in my mind. If the ball's in Khalid El Amin's hand, I know he's going to finish.
5.2 seconds to go. The sophomore from Minneapolis North looks up and puts up. And he hits.
He's clutch. He is clutch city El Amin.
Here's El Amin's second. It's on the way. It's in. UConn up 3.
Trajan Langdon's going to take it the length of the floor and try to get it off. He doesn't have a lot of time here.
Pressure from Jones. Langdon trips, and UConn has done it. Folks, you gotta believe, because just when people say you can't, you can, and UConn has won the national championship.
What once was a dream is now reality. UConn is the national champion. Huskies 77, Duke 74.
To win a national championship is just the pinnacle of college basketball. This will go down as one of the best nights of my entire life. We won the national championship, and no one can take anything from us.
We're the #1 team in the nation. We'll beat the so-called best team, and we just feel so happy and so glad that our hard work has paid off for us.
It was kind of crazy because when I looked at the paper and it said, UConn wins, it really didn't hit me yet. We really win the national championship, and Coach came up to me on the side and said, Rip, come on, we got to go cut down the nets. And I said, oh my goodness, we done won the national championship.
Every guy who's put a Connecticut uniform on shared this championship. I think all the people around us kind of made this a special moment for us.
A lot of people always said that we couldn't win the big games, and this was the big game, and we won it, and we definitely can.
It was a special, shining moment for us because it said to these kids, all the things you've done and brought Connecticut to this particular level. Now this team pushed us across the finish line. It was our one shining moment.
All night long, Coach Jim Calhoun and his Huskies had all the answers, including the most important question of the entire tournament. Could anyone beat Duke? Well, as we found out, yes, you can.
We did it. We bring it back home to Connecticut where it belongs.